It's me, Giancarlo Ostetto from Lexidy LegalTech Boutique, and I am an immigration lawyer and a head of office of our space in Milan. Today I want to answer you some questions that you've been asking for about the so popular Elective Residence Visa or the retirement visa. Well, I went to Google, made my research, and I see that you've been asking some really interesting questions. And to start off, let's kick out with what is an Elective Residence Visa? The Elective Residence Visa is an Italian Type D national visa that will grant you 365 days of residence in the country. It has some requirements that needs to be met so you can have this type of visa. And after you meet those, you'll be able to request the visa to enter the country. Second question, and it's a very interesting one. Can I work in Italy on an elective residence visa? Short answer is no, you cannot, because the Italian elective residence visa is a type D visa that do not give you working rights in the country. That meaning you will not be able to be an autonomous professional and you'll not be able to be hired by anyone as well. What you can continue doing is keeping your entrepreneurial activity outside of Italy, being the owner of a company or having stocks or shares in a company outside of the country. This will keep you with an economic activity that will not be work related. And third question, how do I get an elective residence visa? Well, as a type D residence visa, all these requests need to be made before an Italian consulate located in your place of legal residence. That means that if you are, for example, an American citizen, you must look up to probably your nearest consulate or the Italian consulate that has jurisdiction over your zone area. If you are, although an expat, foreigner living in another country, the Italian consulate of competence will still be the consulate that's competent, that has jurisdiction over your place of residence. Remember, it's not linked to your citizenship, but to your place of residence. Let's go for the fourth question. And that's, how much do I need to earn to get an elective residence visa? Well, the law establishes a minimum, and its minimum is linked to the minimum requirements for a tourist to stay in Italy for a whole year. It's calculated nowadays in around 32,000 euro per year, and the income must be made through passive income only. What do I mean with passive income only? It's income that derivates from pensions, social security, return on investment, dividends, annuities, and other forms of passive and continuous income that will provide you with this continuous cash inflow, demonstrating that you will be able to sustain yourself in Italy for a long time period. Next question is, who should apply for this visa? If you meet the requirements to apply for the passive income, and if you are looking to a different kind of life that you have been living to now, if you want to profit from the Italian weather, temperature, Mediterranean cuisine, all the art, culture, and amazing people that Italy has to offer, that's the visa to seek for, and that's the goal for you to set up to. Italy is an amazing country. It has a lot of things to do. It has a lot of things to explore. And being a resident under an elective residence visa will allow you to do so with a long perspective of time. How many days can I be outside of Italy? That's important because some of you might want to go and travel a little bit in the Schengen area in Europe, or you might want to go back to your family and visit them in your home country. All type D visas in Italy, except from one, and we will talk to that in the next video, allows you to stay outside of the country for a maximum of 6 months, considering your residence permit, which means that if you have a residence permit that is valid for a year, you will be able to stay a maximum half of this time outside of the country to be able to renew it and keep living in Italy afterwards. Can I get an elective residence visa by buying a house in Italy? Well, this question we receive a lot here at Lexidy, and unfortunately, no, you cannot have the visa only by owning real estate property in the country. Although having a house will help you to meet the requirements of having accommodations to stay in the country. And also, to be honest, it's a really good investment in Italy nowadays. Full disclosure, this is not an investment advice whatsoever. It's just my personal opinion. Next question is, do I need to pay taxes in Italy? Oh yeah, that question takes a lot of time and effort to figure out for some people. And regarding paying taxes in Italy, I will explain to you guys a general rule of how it is applied in the country. Italy is based on the sun calendar, which means that you will be considered an Italian taxpayer and an Italian fiscal resident if you stay for more than 6 months from 1st of January to 31 of December in the country. So if you have your residence in the country for more than 6 months in a solar year, you'll be considered a tax resident and you have to declare and pay taxes in Italy. That means as well that you can profit of one special tax regime for who applies for this type of visa. If you want to live in one of the towns in the south of Italy, and if this town has less than 20,000 inhabitants, you'll be able to apply for a special tax regime and only pay 7% of tax over all of your foreign income, considering that you have a pension or an equivalent of a pension in your home country. That's a very advantageous tax regime that you can profit on, and this is an amazing time to apply for the elective residence visa, apply for the special tax regime, go live a very nice and healthful life in the south of Italy, profiting for the climate, for the amazing food and amazing people that lives there, engaging yourself in cultural activities and learning more about our country and language. This is me, Giancarlo Ostetto from Lexidy, to you guys today, answering some of your most requested questions about the elective residence visa. Of course, that if you wish to know more about it, you have our link down below in the description to the website. And if you wish a free consultation, you can as well book with us through the same link, fulfilling a form, and that's it. You will probably be speaking with me, and I'll be very glad to answer all of your questions.